Well, apparently the new Transformers 1 film is a flop at the box office, and it's gotten quite a bit of mixed opinion, mixed reviews. It's gotten actually generally favorable reviews, but nobody's going to see it. I don't get it. I don't know why. What do you think?
Well, how do I put this? I don't want another fucking prequel of anything. We know the story of Orion Pax. It was in Transformers, the cartoon show. I don't need to see it again.
Is it
or
that?
a reimagining.
Or is it just getting old and tired?
Is that it?
How long are they going to be able to drag out, sustain it?
Because they
It
actually...
has been 40 years since the original toys and the original cartoons, man. How long are they going to drag out the Transformers, really?
But hold on, here's the thing. And I will be the first one to tell you that I hated Beast Wars when it first showed up. Because this isn't... No, fuck you. This isn't Transformers. And then once it started unpeeling and revealing that this is fucking Earth and this is everything, it was actually a great show. Beast Machines was a little odd. I think it was kind of, it didn't seem to have a coherent structure. It was just kind of, it seemed like random episodes that eventually came together at the end. But, so I really liked Beast Wars. It turned it into something different.
Mm-hmm.
And my Transformer buddy, I don't know how you feel about Beast Wars, but I have a Transformer buddy who, no, fuck you, a pox upon you.
You just hated it, huh?
No, that's not Transformer.
Well,
but he'll watch Armada, and he has all the toys, Armada and all this other stuff that happened.
It seems to me that's consistent with how Beast Wars, the toy line, was received when it first hit, too. It was not very well received, and people didn't dig it. And they did a cartoon of it, and it wasn't popular.
Yeah.
So I could see somebody taking that stamp on a Beast Wars movie.
Well, I think he's trying to be ideological about it.
Yes,
very.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, that's kind of what I'm trying to say too. Is that people weren't really crazy about Beast Wars? It wasn't that popular.
But it was actually very good. I mean, once it got, the first season was a little rough, but once it got into it, I mean, there were the occasional episodes that were odd, but then you had the Ghost of Starscream and stuff like that, and you had actually characters that were really good.
And I was about,
Tarantula?
17, 18 when the Transformers actually hit the market.
In the before time, from the long, long ago.
I mean, yeah, I had Transformers toys before the cartoon hit, because I used to do stop-motion animated things on my old 8mm camera, and I thought they would make good subjects for animating, which they did. I did several little short animations with Transformers, and that was the reason I bought them. And I had almost a complete collection of G1. I was missing, the only thing I was missing was Omega Supreme. I had a complete collection besides that.
I have an Omega Supreme.
All in their packages, brand new. I was the first owner, bought them off the shelf as they were still available, and had a complete collection, short that one. Anyway, dug the Transformers cartoon.
Even with its homoeroticism, that one episode where Hound pulls the kid out of the thing and then he's massaging
Dude, you
his
got
back.
some hang-ups, man. Wow.
I didn't say that. I was like, wait, I didn't think.
I didn't get any.
People see a lot of weird stuff and then they tell me about it. Well, don't you see that? I'm like,
wow.
No, but all right.
Anyway.
But I don't understand why you have female robots and male robots if they don't. Anyway, yeah.
Well,
and then you've got gay robots. What does that mean? I don't even know now.
I don't remember any female robots in the original cartoon.
Didn't they have it when they went back to Cybertron in the past? When they created the aerial bot? Didn't they have an Alita 1 or something like that? Or was that just after the movie?
I don't think we got our first female Transformer until RC in the movie. No.
Okay.
And the thing was, RC's design was such that there was absolutely no way they could make a toy of it that could transform him back, because the way she transformed into her motorcycle mode.
It wasn't a motorcycle, it was a hover car.
No, she was like a two-wheel bike.
No, that was the Armada
version. A pink
version.
one.
The Armada version.
Whatever it was, there's no way they could have made.
But they can do that now. But
not like they did with Wreck-Gar.
Yeah.
And his transforming into the motorcycle and back. Anyway, so there was never a toy of her because it was just too problematic with the design. There was no way they could make it look like a robot mode and then transform into that vehicle mode that she had. It was just, no. Anyway, besides that, the movie was great though. I saw the movie twice in the theater when it came out. I liked it so much I went again. And I took my girlfriend at the time's little brother, he was 12, to see it with me. And, I loved I mean, come
You
on.
love that music.
The music. Okay, I got a story about that too.
All right.
I went to a party one time with some of my theater buddies,
Oh God.
and it was like a barbecue mid-afternoon thing.
All right.
And we get there, and what's playing on the we
It
got
is.
the touch.
Wow.
You got the power. I go, that's the Transformers song, man. Oh, you got that on your playlist? Dude just went like 3 points up on my kilometer for that.
I can beat you. I have the record.
The
Never played it, but I have it.
original soundtrack
Yes.
album, awesome. Anyway, so
So-
no, I did. I loved. I mean, all the guest star voices. It was A-listers, man. Leonard Nimoy, Orson Welles,
Robert Stack.
Robert Stack, Judd Nelson. I mean,
So we're kind of veering off.
Eric Idle, man. That was awesome.
We're veering off a little bit. So
And
why
then
is
they
it,
took that into the Gen 2 cartoon show, and it wasn't the same.
So why isn't anybody watching this movie? Why doesn't anybody want to
That's
see
a
it?
good question.
I mean, I will say one thing. I don't like seeing a younger version of Optimus Prime past the Orion Pax that we've already seen. He
Yeah.
needs to have his faceplate. I don't care. And I guess this was a prequel to the Bayverse movies. The Bayverse sucked. There, I said it.
Yeah, it did pretty much. But here's what I think,
All right.
and this is my just me.
Your opinion,
Um,
which you're allowed to have for right
because
now.
I like Bumblebee, and I really liked the Cybertron scenes in the first like 5-10 minutes of the movie, and I would like to have seen them do this Transformers 1 with that CG and the look of it from the Bumblebee movie, rather than this. It's too cartoony. It looks too juvenile, and I think that's a little off-putting. And not that I'm
and
adverse
because
to juvenile films.
And
no,
because it's 40 years old, you can't have a bunch of old guys
But-
going into a movie to watch robots, right?
Some of the reactions I've seen to it, people have said that there were some pretty like mature themes addressed in it, but it was all in
But
this
they're robots.
juvenile, cartoony, look of it that just made people not want to go. I guess I think the design of it was
Was a real killer?
well, a contributing factor at least, yes, because I'm not crazy about the design of it. I see the stills from it. I'm like, wow, really? Not overly enthused to go, and I guess that's just the general opinion of people around the movie-going, community, because they're not coming, and it flopped. So
Does it make you want to go see it to support Hasbro, a multi-million-dollar company that does
oh God,
crowdfunding?
no,
No,
it's not like that. I think it's a shame that.
because why is it a shame?
Because I mean, I was saying maybe it's been overdone and overplayed, and how long can they sustain this? But
Without
it's
growing it and making it
it's
expand.
still a beloved franchise,
But hold on, because there's
and
hold on, wait, because there's an analysis and a parallel to Star Wars. We can't keep talking about Luke, Leia, and Han. They want to do that in the Mando movie. When are we going to get past it? And I'm not talking about the sequel trilogy, because that was hot garbage. Hot freaking garbage. That sequel trilogy is so beloved that they're going to cancel the Rey movie. They aren't ever going to have it out. And anybody that thinks that they are, I want the drugs you're taking, because it's just not going to happen. So what I meant to, I didn't bring it into focus because we're just talking. We were talking about our love for Transformers. Is that in Beast Wars, even though it technically is like a super prequel, because it goes back to before G1,
right.
it brought new things up. It did new things. It created new.
Well, yeah,
It grew
the cartoon show did the same thing.
Yeah.
In many ways, it just wasn't one of the most popular of the different Transformers series.
But what I'm saying is that it expanded the storyline where
Mhm.
where it grew it, and it pushed it millions of years past the Great War.
Mm-hmm.
So I can appreciate it for that. So
And it was well executed,
yes,
which makes all the difference.
yes.
Because it could have been the same kind of thing and poorly executed, and you'd be saying it could have been so good, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Here you're saying that it could have been garbage, but it wasn't.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And that makes all the difference, man. You know, it's just in how you approach it, how you treat it, and the overall final execution. And most of that is done in post. You know, where they pick and choose which scenes to cut and which shots to put into the final cut, and sometimes what's edited and the final the cut that they choose, it isn't the ideal cut that they could have, because they had all this stuff that they left out. And Marvels was one that people thought was like that.
Oh, the Marvels?
Yes, because it was short, and the way it was cut and edited seemed like it was rushed, and they didn't give you any time to like breathe and digest what just happened. And there was probably a whole lot left on the cutting room floor that would have made it a better movie.
So it was like,
But
it was like
it was almost
the
like
Rise of Palpatine.
it was just not like that either. But it was just
Okay.
the way people who know what they're talking about know what they're looking at, and the critical like analysis I've seen of the editing of the movie, especially, it just was so choppy and seemed like they were looking for a shorter runtime and left a whole lot out that they could have left in that would have made it just a better movie. And that was one of the things that hurt it.
So
Just and I have to say I agree. Looking at it that way and with that in mind and paying attention to it, yeah, they had a point there. That really did hurt that film.
So Brie Larson didn't hurt that film at all.
Well, she didn't help it.
Okay.
No,
I'm just saying.
the one who helped it was the little gal that plays Kamala Khan. She is just very entertaining. We're digressing big time, but I mean, I enjoyed Ms. Marvel
No,
way more than I expected
We're
to.
talking about failures.
And
Marvels was a failure.
Yeah.
This is a failure.
and there's reasons why, right?
Yeah.
And
So have you seen Transformers 1?
Or
Should
do
we
you
go
plan
see it?
to?
Or do you
Or-
plan to?
what did you think? And what do you think of the whole Transformers franchise overall? And from where it started to what it is today? And I mean,
And can somebody explain gay robots to me?
especially younger people that not like me, who remembers when they hit the market. You grew up with the Transformers. What is your take on all of this?
Alrighty. Like, share, and subscribe.